Far south, where the sky feels closer to the ground and the wind sounds like it's thinking out loud, there lived a penguin who did not care. Not in the dramatic way, not loudly, not rebelliously. He simply didn't care. While the other penguins huddled together, rehearsing the rituals of survival, who stands where, who dives first, who watches the horizon for danger, this penguin stood slightly apart. He wasn't antisocial, he wasn't sad, he wasn't broken, he was observant. The elders called him unmotivated. The younger ones called him weird. One particularly loud penguin once called him a waste of perfectly good feathers. The nihilist penguin did not respond, because responding implied that it mattered. The world of important things. Every day, the colony buzzed with urgency. Fish mattered, rank mattered, endurance mattered. Who slipped on the ice mattered, because laughter, even here, was a currency. Penguins compared scars from leopard seals like medals. They boasted about dives that went deeper than necessary. They argued over who had the best spot in the huddle. The nihilist penguin watched all of it and thought, we slide on ice, we eat fish, we reproduce, we die. Then the ice forgets our names. This was not despair, this was clarity. Where nihilism begins. Psychologically, nihilism rarely begins with hopelessness. It begins with pattern recognition. The nihilist penguin noticed that no matter how hard the others tried, no matter how fiercely they competed, the storm still came. The ice still cracked. The predators still waited. Effort didn't guarantee meaning. Tradition didn't create purpose. Noise didn't equal truth. So his mind did something unusual. It stopped assigning importance where none was proven. The crisis of meaning that no one noticed. One season, the colony panicked. Fish were scarcer, the ice was thinner, the elders held meetings that lasted hours. They spoke of destiny, of survival, of the great purpose of the colony. The nihilist penguin sat at the edge of the crowd. He listened, then quietly thought, if the universe wanted us to survive, it wouldn't be so indifferent. This is where most creatures panic, but not him. Because nihilism isn't fear of nothingness, it's acceptance of it. Why he wasn't depressed. Here's what everyone got wrong. The nihilist penguin wasn't miserable. He slept well. He ate when hungry. He swam when the water felt right. He experienced joy but didn't worship it. He felt pain but didn't dramatize it. Psychologically, this matters because people often confuse meaninglessness with emptiness, but they are not the same. Meaninglessness removes pressure. Emptiness demands filling. The nihilist penguin felt no pressure to be extraordinary, and that made him strangely calm. The penguins who needed meaning. Other penguins needed narratives. We endure for the colony. We suffer for the future. We matter because we say we do. These stories kept them moving, but stories can also exhaust. They turned every inconvenience into a test, every hardship into a moral trial. Every day into something that had to mean something. The nihilist penguin opted out, not angrily, quietly. When nothing matters, everything becomes lighter. One day, a young penguin asked him, "Why don't you try harder?" The nihilist penguin thought, then answered, "Why?" The young penguin didn't know. That moment lingered because psychologically, nihilism exposes borrowed beliefs. Beliefs inherited from fear, from tradition, from the terror of admitting that existence doesn't come with instructions. Freedom without illusion. Here's the twist no one expects. The nihilist penguin was one of the bravest swimmers, not because he wanted to prove anything, but because fear shrinks when meaning disappears. If there is no cosmic scorecard, if failure isn't a moral verdict, if success isn't proof of worth, then action becomes honest. He swam because the water was there. He dove because the fish moved. He survived, not for glory, but because survival happened. Why others felt threatened. The colony didn't dislike him because he was lazy, they disliked him because he was ungovernable. You can't motivate someone who doesn't believe in artificial importance. You can't shame someone who doesn't need approval. You can't scare someone who has already accepted impermanence. Psychologically, nihilism removes leverage, and systems, whether penguin colonies or human societies, run on leverage. The quiet joy of the nihilist penguin. At sunset, while others argued over tomorrow, the nihilist penguin watched the sky bleed color into ice. He didn't think, this is meaningful. He thought, this is happening. and that was enough. What he understood that others didn't. The nihilist penguin understood something deeply human. Meaning is optional. Presence is not. You don't need a grand story to experience existence. You don't need justification to feel warmth, hunger, curiosity, rest. When meaning disappears, sensation becomes honest. Not all nihilism is destructive. There is destructive nihilism, the kind that says, nothing matters, so why care? But the nihilist penguin practiced a quieter version. Nothing matters, so I'm free to care only about what I actually feel. That distinction changes everything. The ending that isn't an ending. The nihilist penguin did not become a leader. He did not write philosophy. He did not convert others. He lived. Then one day, he didn't. And the ice didn't remember him, which ironically was exactly what made his life his own. What this story is really about. This story isn't about penguins. It's about people who don't chase meaning obsessively, aren't impressed by loud narratives, feel calm where others feel pressure, accept uncertainty without panic. People who understand that existence doesn't owe us purpose, and that's not a curse, it's a release.